This is the before and after of our redesign for our subscribers' home, and we'll show you the entire process of achieving this look. Today, we're working at Fao's home. He wanted a Japandi design interior with a clean and a clutter-free feel, but he wasn't sure where to start. We'll break down every design choice so you can see exactly how we made this happen. This is our 18th interior redesign, in the goal of completing 100 interiors in a year. That means every project is about finding practical solutions, from layout fixes to material choices, so you can apply these ideas to your own home. Before we start designing, let's take a look at the current layout, focusing on the living, dining, and kitchen areas, since these are the key spaces that need better organization and a more cohesive look. As you step in from the main door, you'll walk directly into the living area, which covers 16 square meters. Fao mentioned that most of the time, he and his son are at the PC, while his wife works at the small desk nearby. So he wanted to keep both workspaces in the living room and retain the existing ceiling light. The space has a structured arrangement, but we'll refine it with a better furniture layout to make it feel more balanced and inviting. When you turn right, you'll reach the dining area, which measures about 12 square meters. It includes a dining table and chairs, which he wants to keep. However, the existing flooring doesn't match the design he envisions, so we'll replace it. As for the ceiling, he really wants to update it with a design that fits Japandi aesthetics. We'll enhance this space by better defining the dining area and ensuring it blends seamlessly with the surrounding spaces. The kitchen is tucked into the upper right section, which measures 6.25 square meters, with an exit door leading outside. The current setup has a refrigerator positioned in the corner, but the kitchen area seems a bit too small, so we'll introduce a new layout to improve efficiency and organization. Here's the mood board for the living room. This will serve as a guide where you can get a visual feel of the colors and materials we'll be using. Now, let's start redesigning his space. First, the flooring. The living area already has gray tone tiles, which work well with Japandi interiors. So, instead of changing it, we kept it. The soft, neutral tone makes the space feel open and warm while keeping maintenance easy. Then, we kept the existing mounted ceiling light and recessed pin lights, since they already provide soft, even illumination. And for the walls, we keep the white painted finish. Why? Because white reflects light, making the space feel more open and airy, which is a key element for Japandi interiors. Now, for the seating. The existing L-shaped sofa is already there, but it doesn't fully match the look we're going for. So, we suggest using an organic flow sofa in a soft, neutral fabric. You can then pair it with black and muted green throw pillows. These tones keep the palette simple while adding just enough contrast. For extra seating, we placed a round light beige ottoman next to the sofa. It's compact, versatile, and fits seamlessly into the space without making it feel cluttered. Then, in front of the sofa, we added a low, round wooden coffee table. The natural wood tone ties everything together, and its curved shape softens the look of the space. To define the seating area, we brought in a patterned area rug in a soft, neutral tone. It helps break up the flooring, add depth, and make the space feel more grounded. For window treatments, we avoided heavy curtains and went with a combination of sheer and blackout layers in neutral gray. Sheer curtains soften the daylight, while blackout layers provide privacy when needed without adding unnecessary visual weight. Now, onto the TV area. To keep things sleek and functional, we added a wood slat accent wall with slim black inlays. This creates just the right amount of contrast without overpowering the space. Then, we paired it with a floating console in a light wood finish. It keeps the setup clean and functional, offering just enough storage for essentials. Next, we looked at the workspace. Instead of bulky desks, we designed a floating workstation in a light wood finish and a built-in shelf with LED strip lighting. This adds extra storage and lighting without making the space feel cramped. And to complete the setup, we paired it with simple office chairs that blend into the design. For decor, Japandi interiors focus on simplicity. So instead of filling the space with random pieces, we selected sculptural black vases, minimal art pieces, and small plants in black ceramic pots. Black accents commonly used in Japandi to create contrast. while the organic shapes of the decor keep the space from looking too rigid. To bring in natural elements, we added a mid-sized bonsai and an olive tree in black concrete planters near the TV console and the workspace. These plants work well in Japandi interiors because their organic shapes bring in nature without making the space feel cluttered. But to add warmth, you can also place a rattan floor lamp next to the sofa. This introduces a natural texture while providing task lighting when needed. And that's the living area, fully transformed into a Japandi-inspired space, calm, functional, and balanced. Next up, let's talk about the dining area, a 12 square meter space that he needed to be transformed into a more functional and Japandi-inspired setup. There was already a dining table and chairs which he wanted to keep, but he also wanted to have better lighting and additional storage, since he wasn't satisfied with how the space looked. Here's the mood board for this area, showing the colors and materials that will tie everything together. Now, let's go to the redesign process. First, the flooring. The existing white floor tiles didn't align with the Japandi, so we replaced them with light wood look planks. This instantly made the space feel warmer and more natural, tying it better with the overall design. And for the walls, we applied white paint finish just like we did in the living room. Now for the dining setup. We retained the existing dining table and chairs as he requested. You can add a soft linen table runner in a natural beige fabric. This introduces texture and visually connects the dining set to the Japandi. To define the dining area, we brought in a patterned area rug in a soft neutral tone. This rug embraces natural materials and earthy tones, helping to ground the space and make it feel more balanced. Against the wall, 2 mirrors with a thin rattan frame were added. Why? Because mirrors reflect light and create a sense of openness, making the space feel larger. Below it, we placed a sleek console table with a warm wood finish, adding extra storage without taking up too much space. Plus, it works as a styling surface for decor, candles, and small plants. For storage, we replaced the old setup with a custom-built wood cabinetry that offers both closed storage and open shelving. The open shelves allow for styling with ceramics and decor, while the closed cabinets to keep the space uncluttered. Then, we added LED strip lighting inside the shelves, which creates a soft glow and highlights the textures of the materials. To bring in an artistic element, we incorporated abstract wall art in black, beige, and muted earth tones. This complements the color palette while adding visual depth to the space. Now, let's talk lighting. He wanted to keep the recessed lights but was open to replacing the ceiling light. So, we swapped it for a wabi-sabi-inspired pendant light set. These handcrafted, organic-shaped pendant lights in textured off-white run right above the dining table, creating a soft, ambient glow while reinforcing the natural Japandi aesthetic. To finish off the space, we added a fiddle-leaf fig plant in a black pot in the corner. Its structured, tall leaves bring in just the right amount of greenery, keeping the space fresh and balanced. And here's how the dining area looks now: open, stylish, and fully functional. Now, let's step into the kitchen, a 6 square meter space that needed a simple yet effective redesign. The existing setup had basic appliances like a refrigerator, a sink, and a small cooking area, but the countertops looked outdated and clutter made the space feel disorganized. Since he wanted additional storage and a more efficient layout, we redesigned the kitchen to make it more functional and aligned with the style he wanted. Here's the mood board for this space, showcasing the colors and materials we used to create a balanced and practical design. Now, let's go through the redesign process. The first thing that needed an upgrade, the kitchen layout. The original design was too short, and the 2 mismatched nightstands were taking up too much space. So, we transformed it into an L-shaped kitchen, making it easier to maximize storage while maintaining an efficient work triangle. For the cabinetry, we introduced a light wood tone base with white cabinets for both the lower and upper storage. This provides ample storage while keeping the look clean and balanced. Then, for the countertops, the black tiled surface didn't quite fit the Japandi aesthetic. So, we recommended a porcelain countertop in a soft, neutral tone. This upgrade makes the space feel cleaner, modern, and easier to maintain. For the backsplash, we went with a ribbed fluted panel design. Why? Because this adds subtle texture without making the space feel too busy, making it a perfect fit for Japandi interiors. We also updated the upper storage by replacing the open shelving with a combination of closed cabinetry and open wood shelving, adding LED strip lighting underneath. This makes the space feel brighter while keeping essentials easy to access. For decor and functionality, you can style the space with minimal black potted plants, kitchen utensils, and neutral ceramic items. These small details help balance the space without adding unnecessary clutter. For window coverings, we opted for wooden blinds. These provide natural warmth while allowing light control, keeping the space bright during the day and private when needed. And for lighting, recessed pin lights were added to create soft, even illumination that enhances the clean and modern look of the kitchen. And just like that, with a few strategic updates, the kitchen now looks clean, uncluttered, and seamlessly connected to the rest of the home's Japandi-inspired design. Let's now take a tour of the complete makeover. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe.